So a thrill. Today is January 22nd, 2015. This is already 13:08 to 10 in Buenos Aires local hour. I just slept here at this my address in Buenos Aires. I just were in pajamas. I were just dressing on for a couple of minutes ago after I just made my duty as the one I am. Had my laptop the whole night unplugged from the turned off modem, Wi-Fi modem, and turned off the same plug inside the same device, Wi-Fi off. And I ain't got no Bluetooth, ain't got no other media but the devices which International Criminal Court on satellitely are communicating with my device and with me like a fitting service line. I have this Android with no SIM and no Bluetooth on, neither Wi-Fi, and the same satellite plug in. Now, this video which armed forces turns to using still the infrastructure of a government like squatters, criminals abominable organized, Kirschners, officialism, Peronism, Menemism, and a whole ism sect 666, with Saddam and Gomorrah, Policía Federal Argentina and armed forces still persisting on same, which they dies for. At the reality of the soul, I just found out 1,006,427 persons were murdered here in Buenos Aires. For this while the damn disgusting Sodom and Gomorrah market is on. For this while the disgusting Kashpalu Bat Ansaka Cristina Kirchners, Jol Shubusha Mansalu, Jedaya, with Patubu Kumul Trobochto, officialism is on for this while. At the reality of the soul, I'm just here. I have been going through a lot of things, and I am with my Adon, and happy that I do. The same grand whore keeps on delivering they are of God, and they keeps of God, and they says of God, and Shluta Rikai Bransaval Kabarru, Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, saying that she gives to Saddam and Gomorrah with the Federal Police of Argentina and Armed Forces uniform, my spirit, my life, my virtue, and everything I do. And she has rights to do. The same Zaffaroni, Rongo, and Ranskal, Aníbal Fernández, and Povel, and Capitanich, which no one were, is, or will be of us, ours, at all. So in the middle of the soul, there were this that I done. I made an A poetry yesterday, with tears in eyes because of I love my love so ever. I made a song from it. I sang at soprano level with a very 3-partition DRMC pentagram, BDRMC. And I'm telling you, pentagram is music partition sheet for the writing music, not for the reality of the delivers, like we said today. L'enfant demande régression. You understand? Shall I say the word? Right. Roblevech ledisheol mansuala. Kamblevech batsal chedesh kalcham. Remoblevechal betchem blechedeviskop lechelekishkat chalamachlachimia. Romoblevechal blechevitski boblevechal leshkatlamaflechal ukishwat renchanim. And I made a craft for about 4 of them. I started to drawing one, I done a second, and after that I done a third, a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth. So suddenly in the middle of this all blechbalachi kashbachlachim remoblechalachatzilam, and at the night I just unplugged unconnected. So in the middle of this all, few had the files also downloaded from my Gmail and from my accounts, and taken everything and corrupted my accounts through internet, my networks, saying that I stolen and I sent to Israel that they had attached to the law for the crime done against the government of the Argentina, that I was stealing them this all, and also some medicine, and also some medical discover, and also something related on the BLYTT, and also astrophysics, and also and also some weapon, and also some software, video recording with addition, all in one, with a very code for it and a very software to working with that they never had and want. Also the reality of BLYTT, that they will be the heroes to saving the humanity from nuclear attempting terrorism, which they makes the foundations for an instigation in business with, and they are all the time vital membership and for Sodoma y Gomorra, Policía Federal Argentina, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Gendarmería Nacional, CIDE, Policía de Seguridad Aeroportuaria, Armada Argentina, Fuerza Aérea Argentina, Patricios Argentinos, Ejército Argentino, Batamon Plafajabatas Kaptatachta Klunshu, and the Kirschner's Officialism, sorry. So at the clear of the states, happened this all, and while I have turned off my laptop, my kit, they says when I ever turn on and connect, which I never turned off, I will ever have the whole that they says while switching out with a pack at the doors of Telecentro Sociedad Anónima Argentina involved in this, for the making that they said they discovered again, and they found, and everything were at light of evangelics, and everything were so clear. Randomly, there said this word at the International Court of Justice, The Hague, Runkelt, judge, about they proved again with proof of I had before everything that about they said I done, that after unplugging I will process over corrupting and adultering the whatever material, and whenever plug in again I will show that it will be mine. So they had at the doors of Steel, Telecentro, Sociedad Anónima, Informatic Felony, Policía Federal Argentina, Terrorism Intelligence, Policía Federal Argentina, Special Units of Terrorism and Hack, and the whole as networks terrorism using Policía Federal Argentina Metropolitana and Armada Argentina and CIDE, telling that they will switch out while I plug in, making the time for I do not can use my browser and unresponsive software while they blocking out, to switching out registers, files, scripts, corruption and files, without I to see visually clear this to be, for they to say, oh, we proved. For this case, coming to Israel saying that they robbed them, that they has rights to rape and murder, whoever to be in the middle, and taking what stem. You understand what stem, what is thems, and them lives. The each stem, that them lives, them existences. So, besides the normal patrimonies, and in the middle of the soul, I will be the and brazen excrement of hell, Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, telling, she said something like, Ven ramatia ambal blechubuat halichibarech to sue, to be. So blevechalabatsma blechadischali insidioso means paplevechliki min plaveshmondua plevechlachachin. She is. The generate. She is.
and criminal, plahiliapis potasplahilikis motlanum, he is. And protecting himself a mirror, on mirrored, he died, espejito, espejito, bruja enferma, and on that protection like a demon, he went to hell, with his pedophilic sect officialism and terrorism.
Rob levechlava skalafa skela chamaklechiviki balvefachlevespola, techamakliki mechalevesluat, rebab lefechalabas motlameflechtika skalchimikimi anmev. And Faleshkal Chacham, Adonai will say the word sooner. And Adonai will say, what's enough? Ever after. Rob lefechalabaskilash kabachlacham, but blechenishkel chamachlaki mechinim. Gives on the lyring, they are going to be the super warrior Elie, Sachliki Gomorra. And the super warrior Elia, Kaplech Secholas Sodoma. And the whole virtue and capacities President of Argentina given to us and everything he is, taking prizes of all I do, of all I exist. With horse Bantamal Kama Krenhor evangelics saying, to be, Hagas Pagas, because of we saw it making the whole night 9,904 says now, boners irresistibly at my under spell that they couldn't stop making me in 609 places at the same time the whole night, even 26,008 kilometers away from Buenos Aires, with the porn assembled saying we saw it. Bedlech dachlefesh slagach takal mepefaot salak shu ut luduk rembad blefechal shelek mechanim and blefechleves koat salashevach la atzav reachat and pretending to genocide still Israel, sending witches of evangelics to try to suppress Israel, saying they do not realize, well, we do what the government of the Argentina needs to do. And playing the Nisman Argentina were a suicidal and he were involved with so much behind. Well, he were working with me at the Amia case and I gave him, but Sodoma brothel, Pinky whorehouse, Balcarce 50 Buenos Aires, with the Sodoma queen, Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, making the, we only endorse what our expertises of Policía Federal Argentina and Armed Forces can tell to us for our justice as local. State of rights, fellows, state of rights. And murdered since 2006 and 2005, whatever and whoever to research that I shown what were the reality, and always obstructed and twisted and forged, saying summary secret, we are going to be a decent government to working and showing the truth. And only it's going to be what we just say because of Wikiman. So we are going to determine who is the guilty and who is the right one. Policía Federal Argentina, CIDE, Prefectura Naval Argentina, Policía Bonaerense Argentina, and Ejército Argentino with Herrelen Argentina done, which is Hekrelen Iran, Afghanistan. And pretends I to be the toilet paper of this shit. Sorry the word. Forgive me. Because of this I done. With, in those times, paranormally, he were expressing and showing and leading people also to robbing to brains. So he used mind control to delivering people like he's doing now. That's the reason why we take the whole powers of God all off. For with the control, like we see, he is the super terrorist, and that's the way we are the professionals of the national security techniques. Forgive me then. And Cristina Kirchner, of course our expertises. I give them his life because of he offends me and the patriot and the government. And because of we know what we're doing and we're government, for Christ's sakes! We have the weight of a patriot! And 86 million that you never had on registers on your censor that you murdered in genocide in the Argentinian land, keeping now 24,805,000, which 16 million are non-registered on the secret societies on the world, with false ideas of ours that you gave. You have right to give each other's lives and you are the goddess. Basura infeliz, prostituta baja, abominable, delirante, diabla. Cristina Kirchner. Betlachalaki veskalablacha machalam batleviat kateskalacha teslubua kamachlaki. Rebotleche vasbatla veskertilishkatchalechachinim. And Sholam. And your horse in psychiatric titles, delivering like I the liar, for they to see the 2 of gold card of some, not poker, your truco. Mentirosa manipuladora baja. Majoring until we're the knowledge and seeing how can you lie for the taking benefit. Up on my life and saying career and money, and I'm gonna be the star. Betlechavel kivet chleveskol chamaflechat, relaves potlamet lecheniskil chabatashlekam, bachalak recholim. And this is the truth. And everywhere, you are dead and in hell forever. With your whole societies aiding, assistance, and defensors and revengers, and a whole fever of Sodom y Gomorra y Gran Ramera, Evangelista y Vaticano. Your Paris, prostituta de Lucifer, Cristina Kirchner. Yes.
Cristina genocida, diabla, demonia, psicópata. Roble beja la vascaljani y ladroncita del infierno, degenerada víbora. Roble va flejeraskit, jamal plejesta la jajam, roble beja la vasmatjali, motle beja la tabal platica, remoble beja la vasajala, jamal plejmune. Hasta plejesta, hasta beja la filipini, y hasta estojo la vasla más. Rebatla que vascalajat, hasta matlopo hasta polu. Roble beja la vascala, hasta fluir, sácale la boca que te oiga y que diga lo mismo que dice, para que no se pueda decir que lo hizo sino nosotros. Todo mal. Y de generación oficialista. Diablos, atrofiados, constantemente, ratas de la maldita baja, como todos estos ríos, la
Chlakat, remot lechalechatim, y necesitas matar a mi gente, porque dije lo que sos y lo que haces, con tu Sodoma y Gomorra. Expertos, Sodoma y Gomorra. La valiente guerrera poderosa lié, profanándome, reventándome la vida con brujas y evangelistas de mierda y con basura degenerada sodomita y tu perrada sucia tribunales haciendo órdenes y degeneraciones y diciendo que yo firmo lo que nunca pasó y nunca daré y nunca di. Delirando que vas a manejar el asunto y vas a ser gobierno del mundo. Y interrumpimos este comunicado y este programa para informar que ya tomamos posición de poder en el mundo y que tomamos el poder en el mundo. Rata degenerada, estás muerta. El poderoso guerrero Elías, Sodoma, haciéndome brujería, profanación y degeneración. Yo lo hice primero, solo supe y habla por nosotros. Le hacemos hablar a su madre, a él, y en toda su condición de vida hacemos que hablen porque mostramos que nunca fueron ellos y que no existen, sino que nosotros los usamos y mostramos que su vida cotidiana somos nosotros y no ellos. Se robó un control remoto universal de coto, pagado con su tarjeta de débito que nosotros no permitimos, que es falsa, con su tarjeta de crédito de Banco Nación. Su jubilación no existe, no es la identidad de ella, Irene REDEMI, sino de una mujer que está dentro de la congregación de Guillermo Horacio Prein. Y el nombre mío no es Alejandro Mario Blanco REDEMI, sino que es el nombre de cualquier otro menos el que en realidad yo soy y tengo, porque vos tenés que ocupar mi lugar.
Y está dentro de la congregación de la diabla Prein, la diabla pedófila prostituta esa, de Sodoma y Gomorra. Y todavía me seguiste robando lo que el Estado de Israel, de Estados Unidos, Suiza, España, Italia, Francia inclusive, y Naciones Unidas con la JU, con Derechos Humanos, con el Consejo de Seguridad Nacional, con el Consejo y el Cónsul de Antiterrorismo y Guerra de Naciones Unidas, partición estatal G20. Y también con la coalición de la ICC, International Criminal Court, y Corte de Justicia Internacional de Hague. El Hebrón en Israel me mandaron para que salga de acá diciendo que soy un prisionero y que vos tenés que hacerme pagar por la deuda que tengo con tu patria. Sodoma, Gomorra, Gran Ramera, degenerados criminales, degeneradas abominaciones, criaturas infernales como vos, Cristina Kirchner, prostituta arrastrada, enferma, psicópata, ladrona, genocida. Ofendida, tenés tu muerte. Porque es la verdad, no es ofensa. Y estás muerta. Sucia, repodrida, reventada, gorda, enferma, engordada, reventadita víbora. Felhadle vechlasha kalha halim, roble vechal vechilach mashalechim, remetle vechalcha veskalcha batlak, atzesola kamachal, remopleja deskalcha lechim. Y el Vaticano te iba a ayudar con tu Francesca. Hay tantas prostitutas en el mundo y todas están acerca de mí para ver si pueden ser yo, como vos. Basura degenerada. Roma Blajají, Cristina Kirchner, digo, y tu supuesto rey de Israel, Guillermo Prein. Basuras degeneradas. Enfermita mierda. Robat Lejataskal, Bajalajimiki Basural, Arremat Lejalají, Diskalajatan. ¿A cuántos más decís que tenés que asediar para ser reina del reino de los cielos? Y las perras estas diciendo que son yo, y los perros degenerados diciendo que son yo, diciendo que me creo, deliré, y deliro como tu población civil de prostitutas y pedófilos y degenerados, y faloperos bajos. Y no hablo de personas víctimas con problemas de drogas, hablo de faloperos bajos, ratas bajas, haciendo marcados sobre mi vida y diciendo que van a tener una porción de mi existencia y van a ser gloriosos en el reino de quién. Y esto es un delirio. Aún las prostitutas de Borda, Alviar Piñero diciendo lo mismo, y el cuerpo médico forense, con el perdón de algunos, diciendo, dame la parte y la porción del blefe de su cerebro, quiero tener la brillantez y el poder de descubrir todas las cosas humanas y todo lo que sea medicina, y ver al reino de los cielos y la gabaljadismo, tener mi pedestal. Y esto es delirio. Degenerada, porquería, abominable, rata repodrida, infernal. Con tu marcado sobre mi vida, diciendo que ese es tu gobierno. Desde lo espiritual hasta lo físico, y todo lo que poseo y toda mi gente para violar y matar, diciendo que sirvan para algo bueno. Basura degenerada. Y te atreves a decir que por sobre todo lo demostrado tenés que mandar a matar porque supieron y decir y establecer que vos mandás y que tiene que ser lo que vos decís, y toda perra prostituta diciendo que deliro para cubrir tu negocio. Con mi gente también. Internalos total, muerta estás. Con toda tu pedofílica enfermedad, querido del gobierno nacional. Y gracias a Bi Yahweh Kadosh, Melech Adonai Elohim El Jai, porque está consumado. Justicia de tu nombre. Shalom.
por los siglos. Shalom. I give you this day. HTTPS www. OOODRMOOODXM. OOOBDM. OOOODM. Middle, Yosmal, the name, middle. Career of our days, the power we won't let go. The reality we are gonna come for the clear fact we scientifics and professionals are gonna make it happen with the power of we know the best ever PNDRM 414 PDRMCBM DRM middle FAT middle CBBRMDTX6668131 middle ever pouring like liters of death to the ones of the God and life for the whole of us. Middle Policía Federal Argentina, Poder Nacional para el Mundo. Middle Armada Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Poder de la UB DDM 414384 DMTDRMC 553 middle nacional más poderosa de todo el mundo, la leche del poder argentino, middle BBODRMCBO DXTDMCP 553 middle cis middle Schelkel SHEEL QMUEL 44441.int F7 last BLYTT ICC New York, last key and cleaner my site. So this is what we got. Forgive me for milk term, which milk is milk, but these are not saying that. The feeding of the anybody as
human with a baby, us animal with a breed. Seems like the fitting of a Sodoma around. We don't need this unless
Give it this, Alejandro Mario Blanco REDEMI. I am recording connectless from my Samsung Galaxy Tab B5330L from Buenos Aires, from my address at this January 22nd, 2015. This is already 13:37 around Buenos Aires, and I'm sick of them. But I am gonna do my duty. Shalom.